This message found you because Source needs you to know and believe that there is nothing that you could have done differently. Whatever happened, whatever has recently transpired in your life that is pushing you to this place that just feels like surrender. The word I keep hearing is surrender. Like I'm getting the visual of just a white flag being like swinging in the wind. And if that is you, Source says, we see you, we hear you, we feel you, and we want you to know that this is not a punishment. This is something that was inevitably going to happen. And if, especially if this is something that you have been working at or trying for a really long time to hold together because no one else was holding it together. And then finally, the moment that you stop, it all came crumbling down, or you're realizing that the moment you stop, it will come crashing down. Source is saying that, like, there really is nothing that you could have done differently. And if anything, this is pushing you to realize that you don't have to continue this, that if it's something that is meant to crumble, that it is best to let it crumble. And I know that that can be extremely painful and frustrating to hear, especially if it's a relationship or something that you poured a lot of yourself into. And Source wants you to know that the reason why this came crumbling down is because you are now stepping into a timeline, into a version of yourself where anything that was unsustainable, anything that wasn't good for you or for your highest good needed to be wiped away. Like a windshield wiper, like gone. Bug on the mirror, gone. So know that this loss that you're feeling is not something that you could have prevented. And maybe you could have prevented it and you could have postponed it for a little bit longer, but there was nothing that was going to stop it. And if you're honest with yourself, you know that. So really, Source wants you to know this isn't anything that you did wrong, and you're not being punished just for the sake of being punished. And if you're sitting there being like, I'm a good person and I've done the work, and why aren't things working out for me when they're working out for other people? Source is saying, trust, child. Like, I just want to like give you a hug right now. They're saying, trust, what is meant for you is coming. And I know that can be very frustrating when you've been hearing for a long time that it's coming and you're like, yeah, but when? But it is just right around the corner. You are so near to it. Like I said, there are things that need to be taken out of your life right now so that when this next chapter, this new person, this new thing comes in, you're able to welcome it with no clutter around. So I want to see what, yeah. Listen, we were saying you've been working at this for a really hard time, for a really long time, and it's been hard work. And Source is saying you can continue to spend the time, you can continue to put in the work, you can continue to keep looking over it, hyper fixating on it, like hoping it'll change, but it's not going to. If the tree is bearing fruit that are apples, you giving it a different kind of miracle grow or you like dancing in circles around it isn't going to magically like produce oranges. So know that there's nothing about what is currently happening that you can work a different way at it, or like if you try this different sources saying stop any idea or any other thing that you come up with. It's like you just torturing yourself and keeping yourself from facing the truth. And the truth is that this has run its course. And I know that you don't want to hear that. And I know that it feels very like dysregulating to hear that, especially when it's something that I think you have like had it set as like this will be a sure thing if I can just work at it, if I can just change it, I just keep hearing if I can just. And that is what Source wants you to understand, is that there are things that you can't change, especially if they involve somebody else. The only thing that you are ever in control of, the only thing that you can ever change is you. So they're saying if what you have been doing is no longer working and you're getting all this pushback, it feels heavy, it feels tumultuous, it just doesn't feel easy, then Source is saying there's nothing that you can do to fix that. And I know that's hard to hear, especially if you're someone that's a fixer and you like to come up with a solution. But you know what the solution is? Walking away, forward movement. Keep going. And even if you don't know where that is going, source is saying, get the fuck out of this situation. Like, pardon my French, but get the fuck out of it. It's not sustainable any longer. The longer you stay there, the longer you are keeping yourself stuck, and you are keeping yourself from the things and the people that truly will nurture you. Like with the Six of Cups coming out, that is like not only reconnecting with yourself, but reconnecting with people that see the real you. Those kind of connections that just feel like home in a familiar and good way, not in like a dysregulating, attached way. So, I'm just curious what advice Source has for you going forward. But, like, do know that there's nothing that you have done to deserve this. And I'm, Source just really wants to say, like, don't beat yourself up for it. You know that you did the best you could, and that is all you can do. So if this situation, person didn't yield the results that you wanted, it's because that wasn't meant for you. The things that are meant for you, you don't have to fight super hard. And that's not to say that like things just get handed to you in life, but there are certain things that you shouldn't have to fight for, and this situation is one of them. So I just want to see what guidance Source has going forward and getting over a cold stomach, my throat. Yeah, yeah. You know, you know that it's time for change. Only you know what that change looks like. So, once you finish grieving this thing that you're walking away from, because you're allowed to grieve it and you should grieve it, just like going off to the next thing isn't fixing this, that's just like that thing will rear its head again. Spend the time grieving it, and then ask yourself, what do I want going forward? Because only you know what your future is meant to look like. You are the writer of your fate, and Source wants to meet you there, but they're not going to give you something if it's not what you truly want. So sit with yourself and figure out what it is that you want, because Source will not only give it to you, but they're going to make sure you get the best of the best, whether that's a partner, whether that's a job. You're going to get someone that's fucking amazing, and you're going to be really good at what it is that you do, and the relationship is going to feel good. But this is going to come at the cost of you feeling like you're starting all over in life again. And that's okay, because starting over means that you get to figure out what it is that you look like, especially with this Page of Swords. Be curious, but don't let your thoughts bring you down. You're a very smart person. You are really good with your mind. So use that in ways that benefit you, not in ways that hinder you. But Source really wants to drive through that you are. Oh, I just got like, those like lava lamps that like with all the, I just got like a visual of that, like, so yeah, so if you feel like you have no form right now, like you don't know what's happening, like everything just feels like trippy, like you're in this other dimension, like Source is saying that's okay. Like the discomfort and the confusion is part of the journey. Keep leaning into it, like keep going with it, but know that whatever it is that's leaving your life was meant to leave your life. So the longer you hold on to it, the longer that you're prolonging the inevitable. So Source is with you. I am with you, and I'm sending you so much love.